Inside lane to get lined up, bumper to bumper. Almirola's car was planted into the banking.
Ricky Stenhouse, the 47, our pole sitter, a bit boxed in here, sitting in third.
Content position, yeah, you'd like to be leading, but how much risk do you want to take doing that? We saw him get a pretty big bump.
Outside lane, Logano told spotter TJ Majors a few moments ago, you're going to need to help me on the exit of turn 4 because the sun is just such a challenge.
It'll be on, it'll be dark, the sparks will be flying. Hopefully just from under the car and not between cars.
Only glare you want when this race ends is for What a different race, though, today, Mike. We saw this race take off yesterday, and I think a lot of teams had a strategy that had fuel involved.
This year, Johnny Klausmeyer. Johnny worked with our, actually he's in third now, Eric Almirola of the last 2 years. Eric likes to be up front. So Johnny told me with Clint falling to the back, it's a whole different dynamic setup. You have to look at different fuel mileage numbers, but he's going to hold out and hope that it works for him today.
Clint told me yesterday in Daytona. Ford's on point, 8 of the first 9. Ricky Stenhouse in 47, the only Chevrolet in that group. How about that one Chevrolet up toward the...
Which Toyota would be the best puller for this very situation during the event?
All right, they're holding station out back. Now, there is a big difference in this...
In that pit stop, but Jimmy Johnson's been locked on to the bumper.
G. Doherty racing and Ty Dillon in the 13. It's a late afternoon Monday holiday, 48 laps complete, stage break at lap 65. Sounds to me like a good time, stage 1.
Well, as far back as they are, I don't know where they're going to go.
Here's Kevin Harvick's radio.
Best thing I've ever seen. Yeah,
thinking, but that's where they went. He was a good team player, but just wasn't too pleased about it and didn't understand.
Now you're riding with Austin Dillon, the Coca-Cola Cam. Dillon was concerned that leading that pit there. In 12th place, Ryan Blaney. Here's Regan. With the Toyotas, here's Kyle Busch's radio.
Can the lead pack make it the whole way right here? A bunch of them saved. A couple of them will probably be close. So if they can all make it, we're racing the whole pack. So we either go up there and race it or we just hang out here and forfeit.
Wow.
Listen, I'm as baffled as Kyle Busch is right now of what their strategy is. I don't know if anybody actually knows. I just don't see what they have to gain. It doesn't seem like they're going to pit.
A little bit more info on what's going on ahead of me. When I'm right on them, if I'm right on them, I need to be pushing to the behind. Yeah,
Matt?
And then TJ Majors also said, I'll tell.
Yeah, things are happening very fast. And when you're locked onto that driver's bumper, you can't see anything. That's why those eyes in the sky and the spotter stand is so important. Great information Joey Logano is giving his spots.
1 through 5.
Pretty impressed with some of our root front.
The Chevys have a new model this year, which means a new front fascia and a new rear bumper compared.
It's more rounded than it has been in the...
And here comes Austin Dillon, another 500 winner with a run. Down to the inside. Custer got shuffled out of that front group.
They didn't get the memo that their teammates were getting ready to go to the inside lane. That's just going to be one of many lessons they're going to learn this year and in this 500-mile race. Pull that piece of debris off.
The 3 Penske Fords leading Chase Elliott. All right, the concern about that debris on the grill of Denny Hamlin, well, the team has become concerned.
Yeah, at 40.
He's concerned about the 19 of Martin Truex. He asked what's wrong with the 19 here. It's like he's lifted and he can't.
Rookie Christopher Bell giving him a push. Anytime a number of cars.
You hear Busch had to pedal it a bit to stay off of Stenhouse mid-corner. Climbed to 31st. But 2 of his teammates, Clint Boyer and Eric Almirola, have dropped back to work with him.
And I just wonder, are they going to try to use this?
A Daytona 500 winner. Austin Dillon. Jamie?
So far, so good for Austin Dillon on that last stop. He's one of the drivers that took 4 tires. He said it really seemed to help his handling. Now, Austin is reunited with an old crew chief, Justin Alexander, back atop the pit box this season. And you just mentioned that he won the Daytona.
Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, and Austin Dillon.
When you do that, it gives the car a lot of speed, gets that spoiler out of the air, but it also makes it a handful without having the downforce in the draft. Around like we've seen Ryan Blaney and a few others do.
I mean, it looks to me, guys, like turns 3 and 4 where the sun is still on the racetrack is where these guys are struggling. And like when we look at Kyle Larson right now, he's not staying tucked up tight to that car in front of him. And that tells me when he gets close, his car's probably just not driving as well as he needs it to.
Toyotas and 4 Chevrolets at the head of the pack. The first Ford is Blaney in 9th with his teammates. How about Ross Chastain?
Oh, man, this is awesome to see Ross Chastain up there. He must be having a blast.
Tommy Baldwin is crew chief, a former Daytona 500 winner. This is only Chastain's 4th start at Daytona. Finished 10th here now.
And they have very fast race cars. They've been in control of this race here recently. But you got to look down at Eric Jones in 21st. All it takes is one little bobble on pit road to get you behind. And now you see how...
Bowman a little further back. And William Byron was crashed out of the race on lap 60. Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano all in close proximity here in their Mustangs.
In about 5 laps.
Stuart Haas running order. Larry, 37 of 40 cars still on track. BJ McLeod has joined Quinn Houff and Williams.
Paid out.
I think you're absolutely right, Jamie. They're going to position their car, maybe back up to that car behind them, see if they can get a big enough.
12th place.
Now remember, that sun is setting. Toyota's lost a little bit of help as Brad Keselowski jumps down. He's got himself in position, and he has his teammate, yes, but one of the most savviest drivers on the super speedways, Denny Hamlin, right behind him.
Now their teammate Martin Truex. Denny Hamlin's Coke Cam.
What's going on inside that car right now, because these guys are gripped to the steering wheel, holding on tight, but they're not lifting the throttle. To do that takes so much. And it's easy to have that argument. I understand, you know, when you're carrying that speed and they make that flag stop. Yeah, and the other thing he's got to do, Larry, is be really careful, get below that.
Jones 15th, Bell 17th, and Truex never recovered. He's back in 32nd.
Boy, it makes me so nervous, Mike, when we're 2x2 like this and we're getting ready to make a green flag stop. That's when drama usually kicks in and somebody makes some kind of evasive. Bowman, I was just wondering, maybe they were coming to pit road. Not this time. Now Jimmy Johnson goes to the outside of Keselowski, but no help.
Now Bowman is a Bowman, Kurt Busch, Ty Dillon, Ryan Preece, Austin Dillon. It's 10 yet to make their stop.
He's right in the mix of this. A former Daytona 500 winner. He knows how to get it done.
For Kyle Busch, this is Joey Logano right behind him. 500.
Mike, you can hear that little lift off the locked onto the rear bumper. The 6 and Newman going to take the lead. The push from Denny Hamlin. Oh, this thing's not over yet.